Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain in the Mist. We are going to be talking about rabbit hides, and this is our very first video on our rabbit hide tanning series. I'm super excited to get into this with you guys. I get asked all the time, how do you tan your rabbit hides? And there's a million ways to do it. So I've really locked in my method, and these are the products I use. In today's video, we are going to be talking about this kit, what's in the kit, how the items are used, as well as why we've chosen to use Trubond. And at the end of the video, I'll show you some rabbit hides that I've tanned using these products. So let's get into it. Let's start with why we chose Trubond. I remember a couple years ago when I was first starting out tanning hides, there's so many methods and so many people to ask, and I had no idea which one I wanted to choose. I was totally overwhelmed, and so I went to a few Facebook groups of hide tanning, and everybody was raving about Trubond, and they had phenomenal, beautiful soft hides and photos and videos of them, and I was like, okay, that's what I want as the final product, so I'm going to use the Trubond products to see if that will get me there. And so I went to the website and I saw that everything that I needed was on this website. It came with all of the different components. It was kind of a one-stop shop, which was really nice. Products also came with an instruction manual that I refer to as my tanning Bible, and I have it with me in all parts of the process. It's also a small family-owned company out in Michigan, and the customer service is really great, and I always feel supported when I ask them questions. It's really high-quality products and great customer service. So this is the kit that we're going to be unboxing today, the Trubond 1000B Taxidermy Plus kit. I usually buy these products in bulk, but the company sent me this kit as I recommended to everybody first starting out, as it contains everything you need just in this little box to do your rabbit hides. Let's get unboxing this kit. Now the materials in here should be enough to tan one large deer hide, 2 or 3 foxes, or about 10 rabbit hides. Let's see what's in here. Aww. We got some stickers. That's always a fun treat. And right on top here is that manual that I talked about that I love, my tanning Bible. I'll bring it nice and close so you guys can see the information. You can see that there's a lot of photos, details, a step-by-step guide, as well as calculations. It's, like I said, very helpful, and it's laminated, so it stays protected around the water and citric acid and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, it's packaged really nicely. We've got all of our liquids in this nice bag in case they leak, as well as our powders on the side. Everything is really well labeled. This kit is the Plus kit, so I've never gotten the Plus kit. I'm really excited to try it. And what the Plus means is that it comes with this additional ingredient, the Lubristretch 2000. So I've never actually used this oil. It's to help soften the hide at the end. And so we're gonna try it out together and see how it works on our hides. So I'm really excited to try this new ingredient. So there you have it. This is everything in the kit. Now let's talk about each ingredient and how we use it in the hide tanning process. We're going to start with Liposol 55. This is used to rehydrate the hides after being salted overnight or for 24 hours. This is wonderful to clean the hides and also to help kind of dissolve some of the tissue still attached to the hides. So it is a solvent and alcohols basically, and does a really good job of getting those hides squeaky clean, as well as help to remove some of the extra flesh. I have used dish soap in a pinch to rehydrate the hide and also just kind of give the hide one last really good clean before tanning it. I much prefer this. It does a way better job, and it almost is like my hides glisten after using this. The next ingredient here is Liposol 77. So this one I actually have never used. It is for oily critters, so critters like otters and beavers. This is supposed to be an excellent degreaser. So if you've got a really greasy, oily hide that you need to tan, you're going to want to be using this chemical and to help get rid of that oil. The tanning solution doesn't do well if there's a lot of oil and fat on the membrane, and so you want to degrease it. But rabbits and sheep and alpaca and deer aren't really that oily, so I haven't used this, but if I ever get a beaver, I'll be using this. The next ingredient here is the Trubond 1000B tanning solution. So this is really important. This is the whole point of tanning. We want to get this chemical basically in the fibers of the hide and to change the protein structure so that bacteria cannot enter the hide and cause rotting or decaying. So there are more natural options. Some folks tan with bark tannins. However, with that method, typically the whole hide kind of gets dyed dark, at least the skin does. Some folks tan with the brain of the animal. I have thought about doing this method, but I like to preserve the skulls of the animals that we harvest, and so it's difficult to do that and also extract the brain. There's also the egg yolk tanning method. The fat of the egg yolks is known to change some of the proteins and tan the hide. I've done this on an alpaca and a couple rabbit hides, and I was just not happy with the end result. My hides were crunchy, kind of stiff. They just didn't lay well. I wasn't that impressed. But the hide that I used this kit on, I was blown away by the final product. So I switched over to doing all my hides using the Trubond products. And so what's in this tanning solution is basically an acid and a fat. So I believe the fat that they use is fish oil and a little bit of lard. And that combination does a really good job of changing the proteins and tanning the hide. This ingredient, the LubriStretch 2000, is that ingredient that I mentioned that I've never used before, but that does come in the Taxidermy Plus kit. And so, like I said, I'm really excited to use this. It's a combination of oils and lard to help soften the final product. Having a soft final hide is pretty important because it allows me to be able to craft more freely with it. My products lay flat, they work well together, and they're not crunchy pieces of fur. So I'm excited to try that with you guys. Let's move on to the powders. This is sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda. It comes in this really nice reusable zipper pouch, so you don't have to use all of it at once. This is basically for neutralizing the hide after the pickle. You don't want to tan your hide when it still has that pickle residue on it. So you want to change the pH back, and a great way to do that is baking soda. The final ingredient is citric acid. This is maybe the second most important ingredient. So you're going to want to put your hides in a pickle after fleshing. This is going to plump up the fibers, allow the tanning solution to really enter the fibers, and allow you one more last final fleshing opportunity after the pickle. And so citric acid is a phenomenal pickle substance. Some people use alum. I like the citric acid. It's really important to get the proper pH with the pickle, because if you're a little bit off, you can lose your whole batch to fur slippage. And so we'll talk about that during the next video. So that completes the unboxing of the taxidermy kit. We've got all of our ingredients here to get at least 10 rabbit hides totally tanned. They're in resealable containers that are easy to read with instructions. But in case you need more instructions or your Bible, we've got that here as well. So we've got our one-stop shop to get all of our tanning done. And now let's look at some hides that I've tanned using these products. I've got some rabbit hides here that I just finished last week. I'm really happy with them. Not only are they beautiful on the outside, but if you flip them over, you can see that they're very supple and soft. There's no crunch. This would be easy to turn into some sort of fun project. Here's another one that has a really cool color and pattern, and again is just so soft. No holes. Nice and smooth. Because the end results are so soft, they're able to be crafted with so easily. I've got a bunch of crafts here to show you. We'll start with my vest here that took me several weeks to make. But it's so soft and so supple and a dream to wear. I also make all sorts of fun bags with the rabbit hides. It's very easy to work with. Bracelets and earrings. So there we have it. We have now completed the first video in this series of how to tan rabbit hides using the Trubond products. We have showed you what's in the Trubond kit, each ingredient. We talked a little bit about it. We showed you the final product, as well as some extra crafts that I made using the rabbit hides. If you're interested in using any Trubond products, be sure to use the code MITM to get 10% off. There's a link to this kit in the video description, as well as more information. Be sure you like and subscribe so you're notified when the next video of this series is live. If you have any questions about the Trubond products or any other hide tanning questions, drop them in the comments below or reach out to us on Instagram at Mountain in the Mist. We'll see you next time.